Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio. In front of me, I have another new helmet from the Italian brand Nolan. This is the Nolan X-1005 Ultra Carbon, and similar to a lot of their other modular or flip-up helmets, but the clue is in the name here. This is a carbon helmet where a lot of their other helmets use polycarbonate. As you might assume then, this is a more premium helmet from Nolan than the likes of their others. They make some great helmets, they make some very affordable helmets as well. This one is a little bit more expensive as a result of that, but like I say, it uses more premium materials. So this comes in at £470 for a starting price. The one we've actually got in the studio is £540, and it uses a composite fibre shell. It uses a mix of fiberglass and carbon. You can see from the outside little carbon details as well. It uses a high carbon outer content on this one. Now there are a few benefits to that. First and foremost, it's often described that they are a lighter helmet if they use these types of materials. This one is not that much lighter, to be honest. And over some of their other simpler modular helmets, they feel roughly about the same in your hands, and they're about the same on the scales as well. Realistically, it comes down to about sort of 20 grams difference over a standard polycarbonate shell on this one. So I wouldn't let that be my deciding factor on this helmet, but with the likes of fiberglass and carbon fiber, it's often said that you can extend their life as well in terms of durability. So the recommendation, I was corrected recently actually, is about 5 years for polycarbonate, and it's about 7 years for fiberglass or carbon. Either way, those are sort of rough guides, if you like, as to when you might want to get a new helmet or refresh it. But it does prove that it is a more durable or harder wearing, longer lasting material. Quite often though, it is a visual difference, because carbon helmets or helmets that use carbon in their construction will often sing about that and show it off in certain ways. And they've got more eye-catching styles for this line of helmets. With this one, it's quite subtle, the carbon accenting down the bottom there, and I actually prefer that. I don't like a full shouty, I'm wearing a carbon helmet look myself personally, but you might. And obviously the simpler the design, the more affordable it is going to be. If you go for something with 3 colors on it, then it is going to boost the price a bit. They make this outer shell in 3 different shell sizes. The first size running up to medium. This is a size medium, so you can see the smaller shell size here. A size large has its own shell size, and an extra large upwards has its own shell size as well, which is good to see. Some of their other helmets, you'll find that they only use 2 different shell sizes, which means that in certain sizes it will look bigger and it's less tailored, less fitted to the internal shape of the helmet as well. So it's always good to see when you have more shell sizes, but again, that does boost the price quite often. It passes ECE 2206 safety standards in both the open or closed position, however you like to ride with it. Obviously, if you're in the open position at higher speeds, you can get a lot of wind flow to your eyes, but you'll know that already, and you'll be able to solve that quite quickly by closing the visor. But the visor actually has this mechanism on the bottom there, which is slightly different to other manufacturers. It is arguably a little bit more fiddly because it has 2 buttons to press. So you pull out this tab at the bottom, pinch it between your fingers because you've got the top tab there, and then you can slide it up. Now, although it is more fiddly, and it is something you'll get used to, it is more secure because it has that 2-stage opener on the chin bar, meaning that in the event of a crash, it is highly unlikely. In fact, in testing, they've still yet to bust this thing open in that sense with the chin bar. So that mechanism is very robust, very strong. To lock it in the open position, you move this tab here, slide it back and forth if you want to, and of course, like I say, it secures it in the up position. And they've designed it to be more aerodynamic so that it doesn't catch the breeze as strongly, although if you want one that is slightly easier to get on with at higher speeds or doesn't have that kind of sail effect to the chin bar when you slide it up, they have the Nolan N120 which will allow the chin bar to go all the way to the back if you prefer that style. They use a ratchet strap as a closure around your neck. I find these to be a little bit fiddly to use. So again, it's 2-stage. You've got this red tab here. It should be more secure again as a result, but the trade-off is that it's a bit faffy to open it. And with most helmets, or in fact every helmet I've tried of this new safety testing, it's positioned quite far back so you can feel it against your neck when you're standing vertical. If you're riding in a more sort of bent over crane position, then you won't feel that against your neck. It's just if you're on a sit up and beg kind of adventure bike position, if you like, then you might well feel that rub, or at least I do. If you're the same as me, you might find that a bit irritating, but you have at least got this cushioning around it. And like I've said many times, this is the case for any helmet I've tried recently, so they're not the only ones. The cheek pads are pre-curved, so they are 3D molded to fit your face, which is always good, means you don't have to break them in. And the liner is adjustable. You can tweak this in certain ways to make it fit you better. Now I have to say for myself, I found some of the other liners to fit nicer straight away. This might take a bit of breaking in. And for me, predominantly that comes from this section, this mesh section at the back there that I can feel at the top of my head, but everyone's head is different. All I can say is that this is an intermediate oval shape. It's quite a universal fit, universal shape, and sizing definitely is accurate. This is a medium. I normally wear a medium, that's a size 58, and it is very comfortable. And if you want to look at my head while I try this on, you can see why I don't tend to wear open-faced helmets. They don't suit me that well, and why you should wear a motorcycle jacket when you wear a motorcycle helmet, because otherwise you've got a massive head and very skinny shoulders. Motorcycle jackets have padded shoulders, so you look a little bit buffer. But I have to say, I have enjoyed wearing Nolan's lineup. They've got quite a few helmets out there, and all of them have impressed me with regards to their fit, their comfort, and their quality. And something else I've found across the range is a drop-down internal sun visor. They must have a few helmets that don't have this, but I find this to be quite a useful addition. It's very versatile because, of course, you can drop that down across your eyes in changing light conditions. And the fun thing about a lot of theirs is they have this button which just slides it straight back up. It's great. I do like that. It's a nifty little toy. It comes with pin lock already pre-fitted to stop the visor from misting up. It's got a wide field of view and you can go for tinted visors if you want to. And it is quite easy to fit your glasses with, although they have actually got little sections in the padding that you can adjust if you need to with that. I don't feel like I would need to. These are fairly large glasses arms and they fit in there quite easily, and the visor again, or the drop down visor, won't come into contact or interfere with that. And it also has an anti-fog coating, which is very useful because if you breathe into a lot of helmets, you'll find that it mists up your visor, so you don't want that, obviously. Nolan have a huge range of helmets. We have them now live on the website, so you can check them out if you want to, and you can follow links to compare and contrast this against other helmets from Nolan's lineup. Let us know which one is your favorite in the comment section, and I will see you soon.